Hey!
Yeah, this would be great. Hold on. Let me just do, that's it the whole
Oh,
time.
yeah, there. Hold on. And then there's my mouth. We could
Oh my God. Well, now you can't see. I almost debated. I was like, will she yell at me for wearing such a patterned shirt?
No,
No.
no. In this case, it's totally fine.
Okay.
Well, I do need to give myself some headroom, though. Okay.
How? Oh my God. I'm bumping into stuff. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just letting my tea steep, having some time. I cleaned up my office so that the background's not so embarrassing. I got some ambiance on my candle there.
Here's my ambiance right here.
Is that all CDs?
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
wait for it. Ready?
Okay. Oh,
And then
it
the
continues.
VHS tapes too.
Wow, like recorded on your VCR back in the day with the old commercials and everything?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, of
Bootleg.
course.
I always say bootleg Back to the Future off of Showtime.
Yes, yes. I
Yeah.
grew up on those, man.
Yeah.
Fast forwarding the commercials and rewatching the same one so much that not only did the VHS wear out, but I also like knew when the last commercial was
Oh yeah.
before.
Oh yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, it's 96 seconds until the show
Mhm.
starts. Okay, let's hit go forward.
And then DVRs came along, and then and then I don't know if you had TiVo or not, but
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel weird saying morning considering it's 1:30, but
yeah,
the
it's
difference in
kind of
lives of the single dude with no kids, where I'm like, I rolled out of bed about 11, and
yeah. Don't talk to me about that. Actually, I really can't complain. My almost 2-year-old slept until 9 this morning, so
oh
I'm
wow,
feeling. I went on a walk by myself at like 7. So usually I can't get up the stairs without my 3-year-old like peeking out the door. Good morning. So, and that's Cora from the Cora Show.
the little things. I went on a walk this
I
morning.
went on by myself, and there was no one at the door when I got home, which usually might make me sad, but no, it was
Yeah,
wonderful.
my God.
I got great tea also, and that's definitely making things nice right now.
Yeah. Well, I think it's funny. Like the coffee cup, I have no advertisement on this side, advertisement on this side. So it's like, I'm right-handed. So I guess I'm just looking at the ad every time I drink a cup of coffee.
You're only
But
marketing
yeah,
to yourself, marketing to everyone.
yeah.
My only advertisement, well, this was a gift to me. It's from Anthropology. It has the letter E for Elisa.
Oh, okay.
I'm very happy.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm feeling fancy. Pulled out the fancy mug for you today, Jody, so you better ask me some good questions.
All right, I'm out. I'm out. I'll see you later. Bye.
No, no, we're gonna have like the whole purpose of this is to have fun, right? Like if you're not having fun,
So
then it's just work, and that's
maybe here
not.
at the yeah, tell me about it. Um, Actually, this thing is making me have good posture, which is cracking me up because I want to slump. But if I slump, I'm like out of the frame. So,
I've got you've got it on a tripod too or something, but I can kick back and I've got a little table for my coffee so I can. No.
no.
We're not gonna be that. Me and my like fake wool socks, it's fine.
Oh my God. No,
Real pants though, so
I've just got slippers on, so you're fine.
wool socks. Yeah.
So how about here at the beginning, tell everybody a little bit about what you do for a living.
Well, hey guys, my name's Elisa Trentham. I started a video production business in 2015 called Sherwood Media. It is making videos for businesses, telling their stories. And the kind of angle that I bring to it is that I've got a lot of experience in Hollywood. I studied film production at Asbury University in Kentucky. So the whole pre-production, storyboarding, shooting it with a big crew is stuff that I'm really, really familiar with. But I've been able to pare it down and be able to provide that similar experience with a lot smaller crew. So,
okay. How long have you been doing that for yourself?
how long have I been? Sherwood Media, 5 years.
5
So
years.
it's January 2015, 5
And
years.
you
But I've
generally
been
work.
making movies, yeah, my whole life.
you generally work out of the house anyway, correct?
Yes, this has not been a change of scenery for me, which I'm so thankful for. Behind me, you'll see my desk. I'll get my chair out of the way. My desk set up, and I just reconfigured the monitors and got some new audio monitors. So it's a desk full of monitors.
Nice.
But I'm happy for me. I'm able to listen to the audio and correct it and make sure everything looks and sounds good. So that's
Okay.
kind of video.
So you do, I know you do a lot of like interviews in person with
Yes.
businesses. Like that's
Yes.
kind of what drives a lot of the video for you.
Literally,
So
my sweet
when
spot
all
is
this,
the yeah.
uh, so when all this happened, did you
Hmm.
start to notice people kind of fading away a little bit?
Yeah. For me, work has been a little bit slow anyway. It's kind of funny. A lot of people in 2020, I saw lots of friends and people in the industry really making big pushes to marketing and getting their name out there and all that. And I felt a lot of that pressure too. I was like, man, I need to be doing more. I need to be getting my name out there. I need to be getting gigs and really building my business right
Yeah.
now. Wanted to. But as I was kind of praying about it, and last year finishing up some big projects, I just heard God say home and hospitality. And to me, I was like, really? Home and hospitality? That doesn't sound a whole lot like growing a business. I've got the gear, I've got the studio, like I'm ready to go. And you know what? Whenever I would reach out to people, it would just be like crickets on the other end.
Huh.
People that I've got great relationship with and all that, we've loved projects. It just the timing is not right. And so when COVID and everything hit, I was like, work was kind of slow for me anyway. And so I'm so thankful that there wasn't really a great change for me.
Right.
But I wanted to still be able to help out. Like the week that everything really started shutting down in Knoxville, I was praying again. I said, okay, God, I am not really like having to cancel gigs right now, but is there something that I can do to help people that are finding themselves at home if they've been building up marketing and business? Like I don't want them to feel like they're suddenly alone and isolated and everything. So I just created a little blog post that has tips on how to shoot video yourself with what
Yeah.
you have. It's kind of similar to how I've got my cell phone currently rigged up here. I've got a little light stand and a friction arm and some of my camera gear. I'm very fortunate to have just like pull out and have a sweet professional setup. But yeah, I totally believe that video is possible. Even with a cell phone, you can do it right. You just need some creative kind of inspiration
Yeah.
and to kind of put it together well and knowing some of those key things like what makes video actually work. How do you tell a cohesive story from the concepts to actually editing it?
Right.
Things
So,
I'm passionate.
so for like you personally, was
Yeah.
it, are you able to kind of remain creative in this time?
I didn't want to.
Oh,
I didn't want, I was like, man, everything is shutting down anyway. Like, I'm kind of just with the kids. I've got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. And a lot of times I can have low moments and blame them, which is not fair for them. I mean, they're
right.
kids and they're having to go through this too. But I
Right.
would think to myself, like, my kids are preventing me from building my business right now, where I'm seeing everyone else kind of grow and do stuff,
Uh,
pivot, strategize. I was like, I can't do anything because now I have no
yeah.
child care. You know, that,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a serious dilemma. Well, one day my husband, Jonathan, such an amazing man, he knows me so well. He was like, Elisa, I really think you just need to get out the camera and play. Like,
Yes.
don't be afraid of getting out the camera and just playing a little bit.
Yes.
And that is how the Cora show was born, because she was in my office anyway. She had her painting stuff, and I've got a little, like right beside my desk here is a little area for her. So that it just kind of evolved. I pulled out my lights and I was like, well, I gotta light it. Like, child needs to look decent. If we're gonna do this,
Yeah.
we gotta get the audio recorder out. We gotta get the
Have you ever seen, it's like a meme or a cartoon to where it was like, it's all these steps of like waking up and being like, oh, I'm going to make coffee. Oh, wait, I've got to do this. And it goes to like 30 different steps. And by the end, it was like, why are you raking your leaves? I'm just trying to make coffee. Like you always get distracted and do all these other things. And it's like, I'm just trying to make coffee. Like that's how all this started. So, so I'm just trying to do this video for her. Well, I gotta get lights up. I gotta get
Right. Well, and that's where, but that's where the mental block comes for a lot of these things.
True.
It's like you want to do something. And so it's like, oh, I've got this amazing idea. I want to shoot it right now.
Yeah.
But right now, you've actually got a lot of things to think about. Okay, where am I going to shoot this thing? Yeah. Is it going to be like the same setup every time? Or are we going to go with a little bit of a format?
Yeah.
If you do that, it makes things way easier in the long run. But it also does require you to kind of pause and think, okay, we are doing this. Yes, we're really doing this. As I'm setting the light, yes, I'm really doing this. Locking the camera in the tripod, choosing the lenses and all that. But there's huge payoff, too, to watch something come together, even in an unexpected way. And I've even been able to learn a little bit. When I've been editing this together, I was like, you know what? If this ever does get seen on YouTube, it's going to need to have closed captions that are recognizable by YouTube, so the search criteria and all that. And that's an area that I had not done extremely thoroughly before. But it was an opportunity to learn that. And so now I have skills that can definitely go into my real business when work picks up again. And I am confident that work will pick up.
Through any of that, like, has it kind of been a struggle, or do you think it kind of came, like you said there for a minute, you're kind of like just leaning back a little bit, and your husband was like, grab the camera, go do something. So has there been moments of struggle through this?
Yeah, for sure. It's hard. It's hard to want to do something new. And that's one of the other things that I was thinking of approaching this conversation was, I'm seeing a lot of people doing things that are maybe an interest that they've had before. Sourdough bread making, for example, or gardening. For me, that's knitting. Knitting for me is something that I had put down for a while, but I've been able to pick it back up. It's a new-ish skill, but it's not like having to learn from scratch. So one of the things that I was like, man, I need to encourage myself with this too, is just because we're in a season where we're doing new things doesn't mean the thing that you need to do is the thing that everyone else is needing to do. Right. Maybe you've got skills, interests, things that, like I tried watercoloring. Watercoloring was not one of those skills that I was able to just bring back. It was amazing and it was hard. Like that wasn't able to fuel my creativity as much as something that I had done before and could kind of pick back up in a fresh way. Right. So maybe if someone on here has used to do a lot of hikes or something, maybe they're able to do, when the parks open back up this Friday, do some socially distanced hiking and get creative.
So in that, like with the core show, maybe people need to understand the core show, that's your daughter, and it's her own TV show where she shows people how to draw.
It's 100% her idea. Okay. So we left it kind of open. The core show is based on whatever activity she is passionate about at the time. Okay. The first episode was watercoloring. So those little Crayola trays with the different colors. I mean, I remember those from my childhood too. She has a lot more patience for watercolor than I do. But that was the first episode. And it's like she thinks in her mind that she is teaching this great skill that she knows. And it's not technically anything that anyone should, do or follow. Like, please don't take that as literal, this is how watercolor. I mean, there's an essence there. But the fact that she is doing it, the fact that she is excited about it, and that's a creative outlet for her, kind of helped to spur me on too. So the thing that I've learned, though, with her specifically on camera is that she'll do it one time, and I can't have her do the same thing again. Right. It's like, but Mom, I already did that. Yeah. I don't need to do it again. I did it great, Mom. What, you weren't recording? No. I'll try to prep her ahead of time before I start recording. Now I just record the whole time. But I'd be like, okay, Corin, this is what you're going to do, and this is what you're going to say. And she's talking at the same time that I'm talking, so audio is not usable. And she's like, okay, but I did. All right. Well,
No,
well,
no, no pickups, none of that. Just straight through. Just
just
straight through.
straight through.
Like, so with that, uh, are there passion projects that you've kind of picked out of a hat, or not out of a hat? I've got a box here with just ideas, scribbles, and I
Yeah,
just throw everything in there if I don't have time or money or whatever to work on it. So are there
sure.
passion projects you've got in the back of your head that you've thought, well, I can take this time and work on those?
Mm, yeah, that's a great question. I think that my passion project at the moment is to work on a narrative film, short form, or like a feature length with my husband. I believe that there is a story in him that he can write, um, and I would love to produce it and make it happen.
Okay.
That is a long-term dream, and we gotta pray about it more and wait on timing and that inspiration to come. Um, because when it comes, it'll flow. You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? But striving to get there when it's not time yet is um, often unnecessary frustration.
Oh,
But
I've
that
got
would
a
be one of my dreams.
yeah, I've got a short film in mind that my cousin and one of his best friends are both writers, and I was like,
Hmm.
let me do like a general outline, and I'll let you all help punch up dialogue and stuff. I was like, the way I'm picturing this, I already have everything mapped out in my head. It's like it's
Yeah.
25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes, all this, and he's like, okay. I was like, but here's what you got to understand. Once I say we're going, we're going. I was
Yeah.
like, but until I can get everything ready, until we're ready to go, we ain't going. We're going to stay back here because
Yep.
I can't, my brain can't function and do a piece of that if I know I can't do the whole thing.
Yeah.
So is that kind of how it is with you and that project?
It's so ambiguous right now that I
Yeah.
don't even know we're to that point yet. Just it is a little idea that floats around.
Oh
Um,
my God.
but I am excited for that day when that comes
Yeah.
because I just think it's going to be sweet. Narrative is what I again what I studied in college and kind of
Yeah.
my dream and what I love. So yeah.
I, Now I want to take a side segue and say I saw a thing on Twitter earlier, and it was 5 perfect films. Do you know your
Mm.
5 perfect films?
Oh mercy. Oh, I know there are two that I can strongly defend. I don't even know if I would call them perfect. But my favorite movie, and favorite movie, but it's called Life is Beautiful. It's an Italian film.
Oh
It's
yeah,
actually very heavy.
Roberto
Um,
Benigni. Oh yeah,
yes,
I'm
his
I'm a
performance
I'm a film
was,
nerd, so I know.
it just gets me to the deepest core, like the love of a father for his son and his wife. Like
Right.
that that film and that song from Life is Beautiful. I walked down the aisle to that song on my wedding day. I
Nice.
love it so much.
Nice.
So, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. We had a violinist and a classical guitar player playing that for us.
Nice. So Life is Beautiful. What's the other film?
Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley, and that one I think is
Like the
sentimental too. But I just love the cinematography. I love the moments
Okay.
that they take, and I love how
Yeah.
the performances are like at the same time strike a balance between so raw and so polished.
Oh,
Like
okay.
there's such
Okay.
amazing, everything is just meticulously kind of plotted out. But at the
Okay.
same time, you've got the proposal scene in the rain where they're just like you can feel that tension really well.
Man.
No.
See, I always go okay because I pulled it up. Back to the Future,
Okay.
12 Angry Men.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
To be able to pull off a feature in one room in black and white and have
Oh yeah.
everyone like, engaged in it. Yeah.
Heat.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Michael Mann with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. The first film they start in together. It's like 90. It's a L.A. crime film. Val
Oh, I need to
Kilmer.
see that.
Everybody is big in it. Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, that one's another one of my favorites
Yeah.
too. Yep.
And Hoosiers. If you've never seen Hoosiers, it's a basketball film from the 80s, but I think
Yeah.
you would love it because it's just same thing. It's shot in these tiny gyms and how they do action And also it's
Yes.
got like this weird electronic score, even though
Mhm.
it's set in like the 50s. Like it's a Gene Hackman, amazing film, amazing film.
Set in the 50s, what do you say? Made in the 80s
Yeah, made
and
in
still
the
in.
80s, but it's in the 50s, a basketball team in the 50s. This
Yeah.
small team, it's David versus Goliath. It's a
Oh, I
small
love that.
team that starts winning. That's a
Yeah.
spoiler, but yeah, Hoosiers. It's I may end up watching it again today. I've got on the brain. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, now back into. So you talked about doing that, the telling people how to do video better. Have you thought about like alternative ways to generate income or even like passive income in this time of like
Whew.
classes or anything like that?
That seems like such a great amount of work and would kind of take me out of
Right. Your
focusing on my
focus.
kids. I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm home with my kids all day. I don't have much capacity to maintain something. If I
Yeah.
were going to do that, I would want to do it all the way and I want to do it super well. And I think
Oh
that
yeah.
that would lead to a lot of frustration. I'm so thankful my husband is still able to work from home full
Okay.
time. And so financially, we're not super strapped like I know a lot of people are. So I'm very fortunate for that. And it is exciting to see people who are coming up with creative ways
Right.
to generate some money and make some passive income.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you staying pretty positive throughout all this?
Yeah, I mean, I cry about it. I have moments where I'm super frustrated. I made a post on my personal Instagram this morning, like, yeah, it's tough. I am ready for it to be over. I'm ready to go out. I'm ready to see my friends. I'm
Yeah.
ready to have, be able to take my kids out of the house
Yeah.
and do more stuff with them. I'm ready to make videos for clients and help them tell their story. But we just need to hang in a little bit longer. And it is going to end and
Yeah.
it's going to be sweet. So I'm already starting to kind of position my heart to, okay, how can we re-enter well?
Yeah.
How can we enter with grace, with not with fear, but just with grace? Because it's going to take a little bit of, I think, bravery to come together again.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
one of the people who was on here before, Stanton, he was like, I just miss hugs. He's like, I
yeah,
just want to hug people.
yeah. Me too.
So
Man, me too.
there you go. All right. I think that's about it. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, you're welcome. This is fun to be on together, and we should try to make that like joint
Oh,
face
wait,
again.
hold
Okay. There.
on. There.
Oh gosh, someone's screen grabbed.
That's so creepy. That's so creepy.
You're smiling so big.
Oh my God.
Anyway, things you do during quarantine.
All right. See you.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
everybody for watching.
Yeah, thank you.